Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about the micro network system and the components that make up the whole system. What is the micro network? It is a system of users, backers, and set rules and algorithms that describe the correct procedures to be followed by all users and backers. What is a backer node? A backer node is defined as a participating node in the micro network, and its job is to contribute computing and networking resources to the network. A backer node is responsible for algorithmic operations of the network, including validating new transactions and voting them to reach consensus. It may also provide data retrieval and conduct any type of supermajority voting for autonomous governance. So a public key is bound to a backer node for identification purposes. And to get this public key, we use a quantum-proof public key infrastructure called the dilithium algorithms. So currently there are already C/C++ implementations of these algorithms, and so it's easy to integrate it into our code base. Um, and More about the dilithium algorithm is it is one of the round two candidates of the NIST post-quantum cryptographic standardization effort. And the main advantages of this algorithm includes high performance and a smaller public key size. More technical details about this algorithm is that it is a lattice-based alternative to other popular algorithms such as RSA and ECC, and it is derived from a shorter vector problem in a lattice, which is known to be breakable using, which is not known to be breakable using quantum computers. This algorithm for our public key highlights our key features and importance of security that Omicro highlights and prioritizes. Moving on, a user is essentially an entity, either a person or an organization. A person or organization that uses the services provided by the micronetwork. Once again, a quantum secure public key binds a user for identity just like a backer. And a user normally uses digital wallets to track token balances and to conduct transactions. Users can acquire the micro tokens through two approaches. The first approach is to just simply purchasing a micro tokens, and the second approach is to earn the tokens by providing services onto the micro network. In order to provide a service, a user must contribute computing and networking and participate in network activities, which is pretty much also being known as a backer node. And finally, a third component that makes up this micro network is a client. A client is an endpoint in the network programming, and the client sends requests to the micro network for transactions as they expect replies. Clients can contact nodes in the micro network and use the nodes as a proxy. The network nodes are often the clients. So essentially, backer nodes, users, and clients make up the whole micro network. Okay, moving on to this slide, we'll be talking about transactions and the micro fund. We'll get more into the latter later. So essentially, a transaction takes place when one user sends secure a contract or digital currency to another user. In the micro network, there are three types of transactions. P2P, which is a direct user transaction from one user to another. A collection, which is a transaction from one user to the Omicro fund, and distribution, which is a transaction from the Omicro fund to the backers. A P2P transaction refers to a regular user-to-user transaction. An Omicro fund account is established from yearly inflation schedule, and the fund in this account is periodically distributed to the backer nodes. Fund distribution is essentially the process of distributing payments from users to backers. And the rules for making the distribution are that each back submits each backer submits a claim to the Omicro network every week, and each backer can submit at most one claim per week. The claim requests payments to the backer in the past week, and after going through the Omicro consensus protocol, the claim is approved or rejected by all the backers. And once a claim is approved by the quorum, the payment is then transferred to the backer and finally recorded onto the blockchain. So yeah, so we pretty much concluded how the network works with having the backers, the user, and the client, and how the transactions kind of work in the micro network, and the micro fund, which is how the funds are distributed from the users to the backers.